Yes, boss.
Hey, welcome back to Ivy Knows Best. It's me, Mr. Ivy, along with Mr. the supervillain himself, Mr. Cush, and the ever so wonderful Miss Christy Stone. What's going on, y'all?
My whole name.
Okay, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Miss Lady Layer herself, Miss Christy. What's going on? Hey, Miss Stone. Hey, Miss Stone is doing well today. We're glad she's here with us. She got her number one mom mug. All right, she's
There she go. There she
I'm not
goes.
drinking
She's
alcohol today.
active.
You know,
no, we drinking water all day long. That's what we're doing.
I'm drinking ginger tea.
Very good,
You see,
very
she
good.
didn't want to come to work this morning. You saw she just did that little cough, right?
Yeah, she started letting us know like it's gonna be problems with your recording today, Ivy. It's gonna be called Ivy record shit now. See, there you
I
go.
hate you so much.
Ivy ain't recording shit no more, right? Hey, supervillain, what's going on, bro?
Happy as always.
Uh,
Trying to take over the world, you know.
right on, right on. Well, look, listen. First and foremost, obviously it's the holidays, so happy holidays to all y'all funky asses out here. You know what I'm saying? On something that makes
Yeah,
sense.
saying Merry Christmas. That's not a thing.
Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. You know,
Happy holidays for whatever you celebrate.
yeah, whatever you celebrate, man. Because some people are weird and they don't celebrate Christmas. Let me not say weird. Some people are different. They don't celebrate Christmas and all that other shit. But whatever, you know what I mean. Whatever you into, you into. So let's go ahead and get started, right? So normally, obviously, shit starts with a conversation, right? So earlier, me and Christy were having a conversation, right? And I was telling her, I said, you know what I'm surprised about? I'm surprised that black people, right? Black rich people are often held to a different standard than white rich people, right? When it comes to their own people, that is. So black rich people are often told that they got to prove that they're still real or they're still from the hood or still, tapped into their community, right? And rich white people don't have that problem, right? Rich white people are never called sellouts for going and doing what they want to do, being around who they want to be around. But black folks, on the other hand, it's a little bit different for us. So, I know for a fact, I know for a fact that both of y'all are very intelligent people, and you both have your own understanding of this. So let's go ahead and start with the queen herself, Miss Chrissy. How do you feel about that? How do you feel about black people being told that they still have to prove their realness even after they're rich and they're famous and they got good things going for them?
I feel like that's some of that self-imposed on us because we want to make sure that we remember that we still down, we still real. Like I remember where I came from and all that shit. Some of that is self-imposed stuff. It's not always like the community is telling us we need to do it. We feel like, and as we should, because sometimes, even for me, when I went to beauty school, there's a lot that I didn't learn coming, in beauty school. And when I got in the industry, I was just like, why the fuck ain't nobody telling me this in beauty school? And I felt the need to go back to the school that I went to and like kind of softly mentor the new students who are coming up. So some of that is just self-imposed because if I'm understanding something, I want to share what I've now learned with everyone else. So I don't think it's always community doing it. Some of that is our own self wanting to, you always want to turn back and pull other people up. You don't necessarily want to just snig I'm out, figure it out yourself. No, it's our job to kind of create the blueprint and teach it to somebody else and let them understand the structure too.
Okay. I mean, I do think that in some instances, though, this is just me. In some instances, I believe that it's better that you do leave and you do so. And not to name rappers specifically, but a lot of rappers are killed in their own hometown.
Of course,
A
true.
lot of them are
Majority.
murdered in their own hometown. They are not taken care of. They're not respected. It does not matter what you do for your community. At times, now I do agree with you. We should be as a people receptive to coming back to our neighborhoods and assisting people, but we should not be expected to. Like I feel like the expectation is a little bit different. But before I get into that, Kush, what's your view on this?
You shouldn't be expected to neither, but I feel like in a lot of the situations too, it's a lot of people who try to help people who don't want help too. So you putting your money into this, and that, and it just gets destroyed in the end. 2, 3 years of you building it, whatever it may be. So it's like you have the pressure to come back and do something. And I honestly don't feel like a lot of it is based off personal. Because personally, a person gonna want to take care of themselves and theirs. Like I feel like the pressure to take care of communities come from the community because that's who needs it, right?
Right.
But it's a lot of people in the communities who don't necessarily want your help because of who you are or what you do or and in Houston I seen to hear Trade the Truth do this thing called Trade Day every year. You
Mhm.
know, it's a real positive event. And one year it got shot up. For what reason? Like it's nothing but giving going on here and somebody decides to come shoot it up. So you have a lot of that too.
Right. Now I do think now one, shout out to Trey the Truth. I don't know if you watch the show or not, but bro, shout out to you and shout out to what he does for the community, because I think that a lot of people forget that when you do good for the community, right? That's like Chrissy was saying, you're reaching back, you're doing what you're supposed to do. But I do think that at a certain point, we got to change the metrics. We got to change the expectations. Okay. I don't expect Beyonce or Jay-Z, and I'm not saying that they don't, but I don't expect either one of them to show up to any of their neighborhoods and do anything for their people. I don't expect them to. You want to know why? Because me expecting them to do anything for anybody, this is in my personal opinion, kind of short sights the person's ability, and it makes them dependent on that person, right? I don't think that we as a people should ever be to the point where we're so dependent on the super successful, right, to do something that we become paralyzed on our own, right?
Mhm.
I think we need to rewash the mind frame, change the mind frame, and make it to where we actually have an ability to do those things that need to be done with their support, but not necessarily all the time, right? So I'm glad Trade Day happens every year. Book bag, I believe it was book bags are given, school supplies are given, haircuts, all these things are given, for the youth and for the mothers of that community. But we have a really fucked up mind frame as a people. No offense, I'm not saying all of us, but there we have a large group where we have a large group of people who believe what we believe about those who come from where we come from. Like, you have to prove to me that you're nah, bro. You don't got. I've never heard nobody ask Beyonce to prove that she's from Houston.
Entitlement. People feel very entitled. That's the world that we live in now. People feel entitled to the shit that I got, when it's my shit.
Right. And I believe this 100%. We should all be able to, like, all right, one, if I reach a certain point, am I going to reach back and pick up another person? Yes. Yes, I would. But here's the thing: there's different ways of doing it. Now I get it. There's different communities need different things, right? There's different restoration processes that has to happen for different places. So I don't expect what I do for another African American person to be what someone else does for another black person. I don't expect that, right? If your money is long enough for you to build community outreach centers and all those things, do it. Do it. But you don't gotta show up there. You don't gotta be there every day. You can show up for the opening. You feel me? You can show up to this or that, but don't put
Yeah.
yourself,
Right.
every day in that. In that.
At the end of the day, regardless of who it is or what you do, there's a hater everywhere.
And most of the time, it's gonna be the people who know you, the people
Yeah.
who supposedly love you. So, like, I always said, like, when you're a millionaire, I don't care how cool you are with such and such, with whoever you grew up with. Like, once you're a millionaire, you cannot hang with broke people anymore. Can you help them? Yeah. Can you try to, give them advice? Shit like that. Yeah, but if they not trying to come to where you at, you should not be going to the hood, standing on the block with Tyrone or
Right.
whoever it may be. Like
Right.
I say that a lot, and that's how a lot of rappers get killed. Not, and that's how a lot of shit in general happens. But
Yeah. I mean, going back, and I said this. I said, look, I know we got to stop. All right, if I come from a spot where I know for a fact there's murder and all these other things, right? I get if your mama still lives there, whatever the case is, whatever you doing, you should already have gotten your entire family out, right? I mean, there's a lot of people who are out there showing this lifestyle, and this is another issue that happens. People are showing a lifestyle to people who don't have it,
Yeah.
right? So they're automatically assuming that you got it. So, like, hypothetically speaking, if you're a, let's say, Kush, you're a famous rapper, Christy, you're a famous businesswoman, right? And the key word to that is famous. It's not rich. Rich and famous are not always synonymous with one another.
Mm-hmm.
They've only become synonymous in today's world because that's just kind of what we do. So the reality of the situation is, if I'm looking at you, if I'm looking at Christy and you're famous, but you're not rich, I'm looking at Kush and you famous, but you're not rich. I'm normally attracted to what you got going on, what you look like you got going on versus what's reality.
Yeah.
Your mama could legit be living next door to me, but the only thing I'm looking at is the fact that you on TV with 3 chains on and you standing next to whoever. Chris, I see you on the front of this or that magazine, right? But I don't see, the fact that you might be millions of dollars in debt trying to pay back loans, right? We don't see that. And I think that that's what really leads to a lot of people who have it being killed or taken advantage of, is because the have-nots take advantage of those who have. You don't change your lifestyle, or you don't get rich and stay the same. You're supposed to change who you are so you can change your environment, right?
Yeah.
And once you're able to change your environment, you can change everyone else's. Being in the hood every day, you haven't changed a damn thing showing people that you're there. If you want to see what's possible, you got Instagram, you got Facebook, you got Snapchat, you got all these different ways of keeping up with people. I just think it's weird that we have that stigma that our rich people have to do this. I guarantee you, Will Smith ain't never went back to Philly and hung on the block with nobody. He's Will Smith. You think people from Philly don't know that Will Smith? You know what I'm saying? There's people. But I'm pretty sure Denzel Washington, he's from New York. Am I right?
But with people like with like the rap side of it though, it's more of an ego thing, like because they have to portray that they're hard, they tough, they this. So it's more of an ego thing. And I tell people all the time, like, if you're looking for somebody, especially somebody who grew up in the streets, like you're looking for them and you can't find them, all you got to do is tell them where they can't come.
Mm-hmm. That's true. That's true. That's very true. It's a no-fly zone here, nigga. You can't come up in here. I bet. I'm watch me be there.
Yes,
watch he be there. So with rappers, I think is more is the conversation is a little different regarding like rappers. But for business people, this and that, if they want to move on, it shouldn't be no backlash. Like a politician shouldn't live on fucking 63rd Street or whatever street is the most hood street in this fucking city. Like that's concepts we don't get.
You know what's crazy? I do think that is here's the thing. I find that to be a tad bit backwards, because a rapper isn't supposed to be tapped into the people for real. He's an artist. It's an image, right? The politician who's there for the people, who need the people, should essentially be in those neighborhoods. Those are the people that should be there. Because I'm looking like, if you how are you gonna be the mayor of my town, right? or the governor or whatever, and then like I have an issue in my section, you ain't never been here. Like, I wish the governor of Texas would ever be like, hey man, look, I ain't never took time to go down to the north side of Houston or the south side of Houston. I never took time to go down to Oak Cliff and Dallas. I never had an opportunity to go down to this or that spot that's down the south side of San Antonio. I haven't had time to do any of that. So you tell me you ain't have time to do none of that, but you govern these people. These are a part of the people you govern. You don't just govern the people who are successful. You don't just govern the people who are rich. You govern the poor more than you govern the rich, or just as much as you govern the rich.
Yeah, politics now more about the image.
Yeah. I mean, everything is about the image nowadays, though.
Yeah.
So you think about it,
pretty much everything. Because most rappers can't rap.
True.
That's a whole different
Very true.
That's a whole different conversation.
Very true. Your lyricism is no longer an aspect of rap anymore.
No, it's like who can sing the best lullaby?
If I can catch this one little situation right here. All right, cool. I caught the rhythm on it. I bet that's let's repeat the same word.
Artists don't make albums anymore. You can be a whole celebrity without an album.
Yeah, and songs are a minute and 30 seconds.
Right.
Like we was riding around the other day. I was listening to a Lil Wayne song, and I'm like, damn, we 3 minutes in a song, right? I'm like, normal songs be over like at half the time.
Yeah, because he comes from the era when niggas was making albums.
Yeah, you had to rap, like you really had to rap. No, It's no shade to these new niggas.
No, it's
It
shade.
went from
It's
it
shade
went to,
because make an album.
it went from 316s to what 212s, and then now it just went to like two verses in the 12.
Yeah, you gone.
Like that's the standard song now.
Like I legit listened to a nigga have a verse. He had one verse. The other nigga had a verse. The song was over.
Like I can't even rock tonight. Like how? Give me a break. I can't.
So
But
did you get into it? The song go out.
yeah. I'm like, oh, I would love to hear that nigga spit again. I was like, hold on, he gonna say something. Then another nigga came on. I was like,
Over.
oh, so we better go back to the other nigga, right? Because sometimes it go like that. You remember, like sometimes the first nigga rap, the next nigga rap, and the other nigga whose song it is close out the song. Didn't even do that. Song went off. I was like, oh man.
Yeah,
But
that's new.
yeah, that is new people shit. That is new people shit. And no offense, now here's some real shit too. I'm glad after we talked about what's expected of our people and what we would like. Obviously, it's a new year coming up. Okay. Obviously, we can't stop people from dying. We really cannot stop that. There's nothing that we can do about death. Death is something that happens. Give me 1 second. Somebody wants to commit a party foul when they know good and well I'm over here doing the show. But anyway, um, sorry about that, folks. But no, so what is a trend that y'all want to see change this upcoming year? I mean, we can all wish and have resolutions and stuff like that, but like we all do want a trend to change. Personally, me, I would love to see the trend change, uh, relationship wise. You know what I'm saying? Like I would love to see more men continue to wake up and know what their parts are that they need to play, right? And play them and not be tricked out of their position by a female. I would love to see more of that because I think me and Kush talking about this. More men are waking up nowadays. It's happening. Dudes are not being taken advantage of like they used to, but I do understand it. It's happening. It's happening. I do want to see more men wake up and play their part.
Take advantage of how? I need detail.
I'm glad you asked, Christy.
I'm glad I was here to hear this.
So look,
I'm glad that you drugged me out of my sofa where I was trying to relax my throat to hear the fuckery that's about to come out your mouth. Continue, my friend.
You think that by clearing your throat that we're gonna stop having this conversation? You think that you can't come to work today because you sick? You coming to
how many times I done hit that pause. I can't wait to watch the playback of me like hacking up a lung on camera.
They'll never know. They'll never know. No, so check this out, right? So a lot of men and women, both sexes, do get taken advantage of. But we know for a fact the large scheme used to be, you have a nigga in your phone as Pizza Hut, and that's the food nigga. And then you have the other nigga who's in your phone, he's the TV nigga. Or then you have the other nigga over here who's this nigga, that nigga. Or most niggas don't even play that part no more. Most men are starting to wise up to those parts that are being played, and they're refusing to play them.
Okay.
Right. So no, I'm not.
Sorting someone's phone as Pizza Hut. I've never saw a man naming my phone as a food or his service.
Hey, listen.
And ladies, is this what we are doing out here?
Listen, I used to be in girls' phones as Jessica. That's my sister's name. And I'd be like, just put me in your phone as Jessica if you had a man. Because like then they be like, oh, you like girls and y'all just don't. We're not sending pictures, none of that. Just we're gonna talk nasty, whatever. If that's what you want. So let's call it what we see. Let's start seeing more gentlemen being women's phones as Jessica.
Okay.
I think men really getting hip to like in the long run, like relationship wise, when it's over in the long run, the man gonna continue to be the one to pay for it. So I think we get more hip into who we gonna dump our assets and hard work and time into, and the risk that's gonna come with it versus just
something else.
Just fucking on anything basically.
Yeah, let's see an increase in selective fucking them. Let's stop just having sex with people because they got vaginas. Let's stop doing that.
I mean, men don't know how to do that though.
Right, but that trend is changing. Is what we're saying. We're saying
is it though? Is it?
Hell yeah, dudes.
Stop being the engineer, getting Keisha with baby daddy's pregnant, and you stuck giving her money for the next 18 years too.
That's not changing.
No, it's changing.
Okay. if a girl who he's not really that into her, or a girl he didn't know he had the chance to fuck, put a little pussy in his face or give him the opportunity, let him know like what's really good with it, he gonna fuck it.
All right. So check this out. For something to be considered a trend,
Not that selective.
for
It's
things
not.
to become a trend, it doesn't have to be in mass numbers. It has to be just a change from what is normally happening, right? So I don't expect 150,000 niggas
It's
to
not
be over
happening.
here stopping it at.
'Cause
No,
niggas
it's happening. It's happening, Christy. It's
thirst.
happening.
The thirst is the what funny thing. While I'm sitting here recording with you guys,
Mhm.
a number that I don't know who the fuck it is, text me just now. Hey, what's up? Who the fuck is this? Oh, I saw your number in my phone, so I figured I'll text you.
Mhm.
Why? If I text whoever this person is, that he's like, oh, I don't remember you either, but you felt the need to text me. Why would you do that? Because it's not going to change.
Okay.
It's not. You
Okay, so
texting. You don't remember me, but you felt the need to text me on this good Sunday afternoon.
I'm not saying the niggas ain't gonna be thirsty. I'm not saying that. I'm not gonna say that's never gonna change. Just like look, there's always gonna be niggas, bitches, and hoes. That's always gonna be a thing, right? And these are all very much so gender neutral situations, right? Everyone can be any one of those things. So with that being said, just because those things are true doesn't mean that we're having less and less people be in those three categories. That's what I'm saying. We're gonna have niggas who are thirsty still, who live by the old credo. There's always gonna be a simp ass nigga, so to speak, what they like to call them nowadays. It's gonna be thirsty niggas. It's gonna happen. Ecosystem. We talked about it last show. You exist inside the ecosystem. So what I'm saying is, more men are going to start waking up and playing their parts, and not allowing themselves to be sucked into the ecosystem of the cultural norms that have caught them in so much other shit. There's a positive turn in that way, right? Just like women, more women are becoming selective with who they do business with. A lot more women are putting their business before they're putting relationships now. But then there's also a group of women who are smart enough at their point in life where they realize, okay, I'm 26, 27, I want a husband. So the whole phase is changing. You're not having a 10-year whole phase.
No.
You having maybe a 5-6 day whole phase, then you going inside. Then you shacking it up, or then you chilling, or you just fucking with one nigga. Like, it's becoming different now, right? So that's what I mean by that. Just for clarification, that is.
Fine, I'll take it.
You don't have to. No. That's not why you're here. That's not why you're here. If you don't agree, it's fine. You look, listen,
I
we
mean,
respect it. Go ahead.
okay, men are gonna be men, and we just gotta hope more men decide to understand. Just more people in general. Let's take away the gender. Let's just more women be more ladylike and accept their feminine. Stop trying to downgrade men, and more men understand that they should make a woman feel comfortable living in her feminine.
You know the power that femininity has.
Oh, I know.
Like, I want women to understand this. If you're a lady and you watching this show and you keep turning that shit off, stop turning it off. Turn it on. Like, you wait, whatever time you wake up in the morning, turn that motherfucker on. By midday, that bitch should be on maximum.
Yes.
Turn that bitch up to 1,000. We don't need.
Also, sorry.
No, you good? Good. What you saying?
We also need men to make us feel safe to do that.
But here's the thing about it. All right. So because you're already feminine, you don't need a man's permission to do that.
Of
So
course
whether
not.
he make you feel safe or not is irrelevant. Like, if a woman make me feel respected or not, ain't gonna change the fact that I still gotta be a nigga today. I gotta be a man. I gotta wake up and do man shit, whether she respect me or not.
Yes, I
Damn,
don't
that was good.
agree. I don't disagree. It's also I've dated men where, as feminine as I am, I still have to be a little bit masculine. I have to still be stronger because you're a little too flim flammy for me. I still have to be the one to, like, and I should not have to be
Right.
the one to be the strong person. When, as a man, I'm sorry, men, but it is what it is. It is your job to lead. It's my job to support you in your leadership.
Hmm.
There are a lot of men who they just don't know how to do that. They just, oh, so what do you think? Nigga, like, make a fucking decision. I'm with you. I'm trusting that you're making the proper decisions for us as a unit.
I
But
mean,
that's
but
a little lack of self-assurance in that man.
Hmm.
don't have to make it a big deal when it's about what fast food restaurant we finna eat at
But
though.
it's not a big deal. Here's the thing. I'm glad that you
No,
said
I've gone through that.
that. I got
I
something for
said,
you too.
so what you want to eat?
Make a decision.
You can't
Tell
make a
me where
decision
we're going
like
to eat, and I will tell you what I want to eat. That's simple.
Kush, go ahead. I'm letting it rock. Go ahead. Yeah, go ahead. Do y'all?
No, you usually when it happens, you say, okay, what you want to eat? Oh, you can't pick the place, and it's like, okay, we're gonna eat here. Well, I don't want that.
That's the female. You tell, you
But don't nobody got time
listen
for it.
to this is
Like,
and you're gonna be like, honey, we are going to Starbucks just randomly. Oh, okay. This is what I want. I'm not giving you an option. I don't need an
on
option.
dates,
Don't give me. I don't
date
need an
night,
option.
date
Don't
night. I understand that, but
I
why
don't
we
need an
gotta
option.
turn? But why we have to turn Friday night fast food run into that too?
But we don't need it. Don't need to be like this. You call this is where I'm going. What do you want? Don't get if you give a woman an option, she's going to be difficult. But if you tell her this is what's happening, okay, well, I'll just have. But then again, if she's pregnant, that's a whole different situation. She might want a little bit of everything. But just tell me where you're going. I'll tell you what I want. I don't need you to tell me, hey, do you want McDonald's, Burger King? I want it all. I want all of it. If you give me options.
So let me ask you this then. I'm gonna ask both of y'all this because both of y'all seem to have very strong opinions about the other side. I like that shit. That shit's amazing. This is why having both of you here is a necessity, right? Because Kush, I've experienced the same shit Kush has, right? I've been there. But at the same time, when Chrissy starts telling me shit, it starts making sense.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Like it starts connecting. So I'm starting to see where we're missing it, right? So here's the reality of it. And I said, look, the worst thing you can do, this is just me. If I ask you where do you want to eat, and you say you don't know, okay, I don't know either. I'm only going to ask you where do you want to go, right? Because if it's up to me, you will eat noodles at home, okay? You will drink water, all right? We will have vegetables and fruit, whatever it is. We'll make it a thing, right?
What's gonna be?
Right. But I understand the need for date night. So date night exists, and I have to know what you want to do so that I can make your date night what you would like. Because I'm cool as a man, I'm really cool with whatever's gonna get me the box at the end of the night. Makes sense. So you asking me, well, what do you want to do? Whatever it is you want to do, because I know whatever you want to do is gonna lead to me getting the box.
No, I can understand though. I can understand like a man saying, okay, on this day I'm gonna take you out, boom, 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 and she all excited. That day coming, he pick her up and he like, okay, what you want to do? Like I can understand that. You should be, that should have been thought out, planned out if you offered it. So I understand that part. But I'm talking about like the small decisions. Like it shouldn't always be like that.
Mm-hmm.
Like you can fucking decide if you want McDonald's or Burger King.
See, but that also plays into the fact that women think that we're mind readers, and they're like, "Nigga, you should know what I like." But then you're like, "All right," which I agree, ladies. We should know what you like. We should already know what you like. But here's the hard part about what you like, Christy. You just said this. If what you like depends on your mood, that means now I have to pay attention to an outside source that affects what the normal thing is.
When we paying attention to you.
Okay.
Because when you want a meal and I need to cook dinner, I need to make sure I'm preparing something that you like.
Right. So when you ask, let's say hypothetically speaking, I'm like, Christy, I'm hungry. Baby, you already know what I like. I like 5 things. You can make 1 of 5. I'm not gonna be mad, right?
Okay.
At all.
But what if
I'm gonna eat whatever you put on that plate and sit in front of me?
Right, but what if you be like, all right, I'm making spaghetti. Well, I don't want that. Okay, I just asked you what you wanted, and you didn't say nothing.
What would you like?
Right. So let's say I was like, okay, I want
then
whatever you.
I can make this, or this. Which one do you want?
Anything, just not spaghetti. Now watch. Pick one.
Pork chops.
I really don't feel like pork. I just had pork the other day.
Yeah, I've been cutting down. I've been cut
Y'all
down on
are
the pork. Damn.
I don't want. See now in my head, I know for a fact I want you to say stir fry, right? But I'm waiting on you to read my mind to say stir
you
fry.
got fast stir fry ingredients in the kitchen because I just gave you three options, and stir
Now,
fry was one of the option.
now, to be fair to the point that you're making, we should be able to pay attention to y'all enough, but we know just like know, y'all pay better attention than we do at
Yeah.
on certain things, right? Just to be fair, guys, I'm not gonna say that we out here just not paying attention because it's about to be 2022 and we not bringing that bullshit in 2022. That's another thing. If you calling drama in my life, you delete it. All right, in 2022, that we ain't bringing that on.
Mhm.
That's that shit in 2020, honey.
We're not doing that shit. I didn't actually. I had quite the situation in 2021, but here we are, 2022 coming up. I'm not going to sit up here and say this is going to be my year because guess what? Every year is my year as long as
Right.
I'm alive. Okay, as long as they give me a microphone and people keep hiring me to go do events, and y'all motherfuckers who hate me keep DMing me and telling me how much I'm a bitch and shit like that.
They
Go
started
ahead.
doing it. No, they
Somebody
can't
told you.
It was a female. It was one of them old ghost one of them ghost followers. You
Oh my
bitch.
goodness.
I was like, okay. Yeah, I didn't say anything, but I just all right, cool. Like, I'm not even gonna respond to it for what. Then when
Oh,
you go click on it, the person's a ghost follower. They don't got a post and no post. They only follow like 10 people, and you one of the 10. Like that weird shit.
oh wow. That
I don't.
sounds,
That's why I
Mhm.
don't. That's why I don't pay social media no attention. To me now, social media is
sounds
about
like
business.
next.
Social media is business now. I'm not even posting any of my personal life on social media no
That sounds like someone you gave some demon dick to.
more. I don't even give out demon dick no more. I don't
Oh,
give out demon dick no more.
oh,
I don't. I don't. I don't do that. It makes people crazy. So no, thank you. All
that
right. We keeping that. And speaking of that, right quick, Kush, have you realized that anytime your woman gets angry, you are responsible for how she feels?
I've been learned that lesson
y'all are annoying.
a long time ago.
Now watch now, Chris, you understand that
Uh-huh.
you do understand that, right? When we make y'all mad, and it's like a subconscious thing, right? We already know women are more emotional than men, right? Which isn't true. Which isn't true because there's some real emotional ass niggas in this world. Some really fucking emotional ass niggas. I do
Yeah.
say this. I do say this, gentlemen. If your old lady is vocal about something, let her be vocal. Let her be vocal. Let her get her shit out and don't say nothing. Just let her get her shit. And here's why I say this because she's not going to stop until you hear her. This is their thing. No offense, Chrissy. You know I'm not lying. If your man don't let you feel heard, what's going on?
Excuse me.
What's
I'm
that?
sorry. I was coughing. Sorry.
My bad. What's happening if your man is not making you feel heard?
I don't have me. The way I feel, the way I respond to that is I don't communicate. I shut down.
Right. So to keep communication or everything else from shutting down, gentlemen, what do we need to do? What do you think we need to do as men to keep that communication open? In 2022, that is.
Listen, pay attention. Women want to talk. They want to run their fucking mouths. So fucking listen. It literally is that simple. And half the time, it's not a lot to say unless she's a big talker. But just listen. It might have came out in the simplest little thing, one quick sentence, and you missed that sentence because you was scratching your ass or something.
What if his ass itch though? Like he can't scratch his ass.
The fuck up.
I'm okay. I'm sorry. All right, Kush. How about you, man? What do you think? What would you like for 2022? Now, this is for the opposite sex. Obviously, gentlemen, we already know what we want for ourselves, and ladies, we know what y'all want for yourselves. But what would you like to see from the opposite sex? Or let me not even say the opposite sex because obviously it's 2022 and there's like 1,000 genders, of course.
Right.
And we're
There's
not
all
gonna, and
there's
we're
tons
not even,
out here.
and we're not even gonna do that here without the proper people. So, go ahead, Kush. What would you like to see from the ladies in 2022?
It's not necessarily the ladies, it's people in general. The world is a fucking mess right now. And I feel like that if everybody stayed in their fucking yard and they grass and minded their own business, the world would slowly become a better place. If you focus on raising your kids and not worried about blaming this person, that person for this and that, the world will slowly become a better place.
Mm, that's real. That's true. I agree. You know, and I'm glad you said that because I realized something, and it's crazy. We have more, and I probably got a little bit of fuckery going on here, but it's gonna be some real cool fuckery because if I decide to whoop my kid's ass, hypothetically, this is just me. Let me go ahead and fix my camera so y'all can see me real well. Okay. If I decide to whoop my kid's ass in 2022, you better shut the fuck up. You know why? Because if in 2030, my 7-year-old who's going to be 8 in 2022, you add 8 years to that, how old will he be?
Anybody has
16.
15, 16, right? So by 16, if I ain't whipped his ass between these ages, by the time he's 16, what do you think he's gonna be to y'all? Y'all gonna wish I whooped his ass.
Or at
You
least
gonna have a Draco with a 50 rounder
You feel me?
just riding around.
That's the part that's gonna fuck with people because what happens is people refuse to make the proper, and this is just me, the proper adjustments to parent their children. And then when the law gets involved, all the questions start to come out like, why didn't the parents, where was this, where was that? Let people do what the fuck they're going to do with their kids, so long as they're not beating their kids the fuck up. If you don't agree with it, I'm not, and I'm saying, and I mean, I don't want, and I'm like, I'm not advocating abuse. What I'm saying is, if you are disciplining your children in a physical manner, whether it be spanking, whatever it may be, if you are out there doing that and nothing more, what's the problem? What's the problem? Mind your business. Now, if you see somebody outside with their kid and they squared up with that little nigga, and they out there giving your kid the Floyd Mayweather treatment, I'm talking about just whooping the shit out that child. You probably need to step in.
right.
You need to step in. Same thing with like I'm not saying I'm like we know for a fact abuse of women is a no-go, just like abuse of kids and old people is a no-go. But any type of abuse, period, from any person of any sex should be stopped.
Right.
Okay. That's nothing in 2022. You know how many men I've seen get abused? And I'm not here to advocate for men. I'm just saying in reality, there's a lot of abuse. There's a lot of
Yeah.
there's a lot of abuse that men are subject to that we ignore. And that's part of that is our fault because we don't do our due diligence to speak out about it. We make everything funny. So, oh, she raped you? Ha ha ha. Did your dick get hard? Nigga, what? What? It's rape. The goddamn, it's rape.
Took it from me.
Like the fuck, he was asleep and she started doing stuff to him. Rape. Now, granted, none of us are going to complain about that because we're like,
is this really a bad thing?
Like, because what happens with us as men, right? This is weird. We don't have a victim. I ain't gonna say all of us, but generally the masculine build does not have victimization in it, right? It's automatic that shit happens. And then once that happens, you start having that mentality where you're okay with certain things that would make you a victim, right? So if your mother, your father is punching on you when you're 9, 10 years old to toughen you up, that's normal, right? That becomes normal to you. So the mind frame of a man isn't going to automatically go into victimization mode, right? Just like even in sex, the way we're taught sex isn't always the healthiest way of us learning. You know what I'm saying? You learn about sex through pornography. I mean, 90% of the time as a man, that's what you learn from sex from. I learned sex from porn. Porn taught us all type of shit that is unnatural. And then you go into sex expecting to do all these things that you can't even fucking plan on doing because you don't realize they got a pause button. These niggas take a 10-minute break. He ain't doing that for the whole one or however long this damn scene is. That boy taking a rest.
There's some people who are though.
There's a whole lot less than there are those. You know what I mean? Like you might get like one, let's say like a good 1% of the population who's able to do those things. The other 99 sporadically, like, you know, sporadically, you know. So I mean, yeah, we're not learning things like sex from a healthy source. We're learning sex and things like that. And what I mean by a healthy source, I'm not saying pornography isn't healthy, but I think that at the age in which you access pornography, that's the problem.
Okay.
You access porn between the ages of 9 and 11.
Who? You were
on average.
What?
On average. Not me. I'm just saying on average. on average.
He's looked this up.
Yeah, I did. Kids are accessing porn a lot quicker nowadays, and they're not learning sex from their parents. Their parents are tabooing sex. You can't talk about sex with your mom and your dad no more between the ages of not. Well, you should be able to, but it's really taboo in a lot of houses, especially black houses.
Yeah. And then, some people just don't want to talk about it. When I got my period when I was a child, my mother said you can't play with boys. And now you can't play with boys. And in my mind, I'm like, my best friend is a boy. I didn't talk to this kid for a month before I realized what she was really talking about.
Yeah, she treated you like you was like like a dog, right? No offense, not saying you are one, but when the dog starts to have her cycle and she's able to mate, you want to keep the male dogs away from her because they try to get her pregnant. That's what that was.
She was like, you can't play with boys anymore. And literally, I sat next to this boy every day. I did not talk to him. He's like, why is she not talking to me? And I'm like, my mom said I can't talk to you anymore. I had no idea what that really meant.
Damn shame. Damn shame.
To this day, I think that's one of the funniest things that's ever happened to me in my life. Like, don't talk to boys anymore. I'm like, no explanation, just don't do it.
He's gonna try to fuck on you. Yeah, I think we do need to have more healthy talks about sex in the black community.
I agree.
We really do. Like, Keisha got a big booty. You should hit that. Like, that's not a really good idea. And mind you, like this is real though. This is really real. I hate to say this, especially and once again, a black community thing. A lot of times we do focus in on making sure our boys are men, right? Earlier than normal, right? Like, hey man, I'm trying to see if you're trying to hit some skins tonight. Hey, I got a little girlfriend. She got a little sister. You trying? Come on, little bro. How old are you? Oh, you 11? I guess she 11 too. You feel me? We putting them in these situations that they ain't necessarily ready for.
No comment.
But we've all been in that shop. It's happened. Kush, has it happened to you?
Hold on, I'm having technical difficulty.
This nigga. So all right. So before we get to Kush's technical difficulty, all right. If you have a lot, like I had an older sibling, right? My older sibling, my brother. We hung out together all the time. Like, so there's a lot of things that I became aware of before I was probably supposed to, right? Fair enough. I'm about 2.5, 3 years apart. So that's not like too crazy, but there's a whole lot of people who have older siblings who date people who have younger siblings. You know what I mean? Their siblings around the same age. And they're not thinking what the hell, like, oh, he 11. He don't need to be around no 11-year-old. He's 14 or whatever. No, you just trying to get your little brother laid because you want to get laid too at that age. I'm trying to get him some pussy right quick. So like, and I think that's a very unhealthy, no offense. It's a juvenile thing, but it's an unhealthy way to learn about sex. When you learn about sex like that, it's crazy. Because now you're expecting the female that's your age to be on the same page that her sister's on. Her sister probably really even on that page with your brother. You just don't know no better.
You know how many dudes I've heard in my life say they've had sex for the first time in a gangbang, like running a train sitting, like that could be healthy.
That's not healthy at all. It's not healthy at all. It's not like that's not. You're not gonna run into that kind of woman all the time.
Living in a fucking bubble. Like, what are y'all talking about? Like, y'all are literally making me grab my pearls.
As if she's never experienced. Not saying you've been in one, but like you've never met someone who's done these type of things.
I had in high school. I had a friend that she was very experienced.
Right on. Promiscuity happens.
And she was very like, I'm gonna label her as anything. And for me, I'm listening to the things that she's doing, and I'm physically seeing like the effects physically on her of that. And I was just like, ugh, I don't want whatever that is. See, like no part of me was just like, oh, I gotta get me some of that. It was just like, ew.
Because think about that, right? That's a person who may have learned about sex in an unhealthy manner, right? And let's be honest, a lot of people are victims of sexual assault and things like that, and they're learning about sex in an unhealthy manner.
Yeah.
Right? They're learning about it in a manner that, mind you, is not their fault that they're learning that way. They learned it because someone perpetuated a set of violence against them, and then they learned it like that, right? So that happens to a lot of people, not only in urban communities and other communities as well. But in reality, the reality base is this: a lot of times, any person that you meet, I can attest to this real well. Majority of people that you meet that have been affected by these type of lifestyle things or unhealthy sex choices or learning about sex in that matter, the older they get, the more disassociated with sex they become. They kind of become disgusted by it.
I don't know this one.
She might have just been a horn dog. But a lot of people who are
far from disgusted by it.
There's people who find the commonality in it. Like there's people who use sex as a tool. They use sex as a weapon, all these other different things. But then you got people who legitimately are harmed by the psychological effects of what they've experienced. And it causes them to not feel the same way about sex that the average person feels.
Yeah.
I'm going to go with you on that. I agree.
No, you don't have to, baby. That's not why you are here.
I do agree with you.
If you do not agree with me, you do not have to. You can be like, Eric, you a hoe, and I don't agree.
I'm like that. My shaking my head is me numbing through the thoughts in my head, like.
You just figuring it out, right? Just getting through it. No, I'm not saying I'm great at this, but I'm okay. I'm pretty good.
Let's
He's okay.
Get over yourself for like the next 35 minutes. Thanks.
No, we won't be doing that.
Yeah, we know that you're amazing. Got it.
Thank you. I just think the whole world should know at this point. It's really hard to not be this good. Like it's hard to be this good and be so humble about it. It's ridiculous.
Wow.
Y'all should be saying this too. We're gonna have shirts made up that says this shit. What? Shirt's gonna say we are so good. 2022, straight up. Black folks, we gonna start having shirts and hats made that talk about how exceptionally great we are. We only, man, what the hell?
They get all the time. I agree.
We not be wearing we're not wearing nothing else all 2022. Only uplifting things. That's what we're doing. That's another thing. Can we get rid of the sage burning crowd too in 2022? That'll make me sick.
Get rid of the who? I'm sorry.
Hate y'all niggas. Hate y'all sage burning ass niggas. Here come the bullshit for the show. Congratulations. I told you I had something for you. The sage burning community, I hate y'all.
I hate the Grand Rising. People who say
they be the demons.
Straight. Worst one. The worst one.
They be the ones.
Grand Rising Queen. That nigga's about to cheat on you. That nigga's cheating on you immediately. Right. He a hoe ass hotep. That's what.
I hate that shit. Grand Rising.
Hoe ass hotep, nigga. The fuck out of here. Mind your business. I swear to God. Look, I didn't even come here with this on my mind. I just thought about while we was talking how these niggas just get on my nerves. Like I was watching somebody one day legitimately burn sage around their house or walk around. I said, you act like I don't know that you've been like sucking dick like last 2 days on some random dude. Like I know what's up with you. Like, and me and this person is friends.
She was getting to know him spiritually.
Yeah, I bet. You know, close to the brain type, right? Close to the brain. She chose that connection over breathing at certain points, but that's not the point of the show.
Sometimes you have to.
Oh man.
That's not look, this is why y'all shouldn't even let me even get on this motherfucker start talking like this. Because the reality is this, I think this shit's crazy. I think that we get to that point where we get so wrapped up in the shit that people teach us versus what's real, right? Like, I hate people. The universe is going to provide me. First and foremost, the universe ain't provide black folks with a whole bunch of shit now. Okay? Let's just keep it real. The universe did not provide us with a lot of stuff. How do we get to a point where we're giving the universe credit for doing anything other than just existing? And here's the thing about it. You're a part of the universe, stupid. Never mind.
I think, you know, everyone's into spirituality and I get it, you know, and the manifesting, and I totally get it. But all of those things are nothing but trying to be a positive person and being mindful of the thing that's going on around you. Instead of just saying, I'm mindful of the energy that I keep around me. Oh, the universe. It's not the universe. It's you. You are your own universe. You're your own space. If you keep positive shit around you, positive things ideally, hopefully will happen. If you keep fuck shit around you, bunch of bad shit gonna happen to you because you're putting yourself in bad situations. Clear it out. I guess why they work.
Words, putting yourself.
Yeah, because all of those things come down to the choices that we make.
Thank you.
We have to start to make better choices for ourselves.
Oh my God. People, I'm just gonna
not
get all
waiting on the fucking moon to turn this color on this day. That what the fuck? You better get out there and work.
Oh, here's another. Hey, here's another. I'm glad you said that shit. All that moon rising and sunrise and shit. All that, ladies. Astrological signs aren't fucking real. They're not. Yeah. That's right. Yeah, you heard it here first. That shit ain't real. Let me tell you why. That just gives people a reason to say why they all as fucked up as they are.
Pisces, shut up.
This is the part of the show where I say some shit that people aren't going to agree with, right?
Do you think it gives people like, all right, so you when you get mad you have a tantrum and one day read your fucking horoscope and it say your sign is fierce and combative. Like, you think they take that into the head and now they want to argue every time they get into it with somebody?
I'm a Gemini, so I have two different personalities. No, bitch, you got two different personalities. You got personality disorder. Let's keep it fucking real. Let's stop it. All right. Yeah, you crazy motherfucker. We're not doing all that. Like what? Look, I said this the other day. I said, yeah, okay, look, don't get it wrong. I've played into it a little bit. And then I realized how ridiculous it was. One of my kids said something to me about this. My kid was like, hey, man, you know, Dad, I'm a Libra. That's why I'm this way. I said, no, you that way because that's what you chose. You woke up this morning and chose that. That ain't got nothing to do with you being a Libra. Like the time in which you were born has zero to do with any of that. Any of it. Because if you were born at a different time, you probably still was going to be that nigga today. That's the truth. Like, do you think me being talkative has anything to do with me being born in March? The fuck? Like, that's people make up any reason known to man to come up with.
T-word.
Huh?
You chose the wrong T-word.
T-word? What do you mean?
You said talkative. I'm like, no, toxic.
No. That comes from the things that I've experienced in life.
You're a talkative, toxic motherfucker, is what she's saying.
But he loves it there. That's his favorite place, and he loves to live in that space.
Just put it all in a pot and stir it up. What does that make?
Well, it's true. It's not a lie. She's not lying. She's not lying. It's true. But here's my thing about my version of toxicity. It's really like,
at least you own it. That's what
wait, no, wait. Go ahead. I'm sorry to cut you off. His version of this. Go ahead.
All right. So
I'm sorry, Christy, but go ahead.
I'm leaning in and listening.
Look, my version of toxicity is all based off of what I've been through in life, right? So here's my thing, right? Some people are toxic because fuck the top now. Some people are toxic because of how they were raised. So they became toxic early in life, right? I had a pretty great upbringing. Shout out to my parents, right? But the things I experienced being married young, being divorced, going through it, all these type of things as an adult have led me to become the way that I am, right? People, oh, that's because you're not healed. Bullshit. That's because I'm cautious. Okay. I'm cautious. The craziest shit I hear from people is, oh, I've healed from that. And then you get the same type of fucking person that did the shit to you in the first place. You're fucking silly because you like what you like and you can't get away from it. Let's just keep it 100. Can we start shooting straight now? Like fucking people. Now, look, this is the part of the show. This is the part of the show where the bullshit comes to a close. Okay. Because people piss me off with this dumbass shit. Somebody do you wrong. You choose to do something back. Oh, you should be bigger. No, the fuck I shouldn't. And you think that the next person that I see do something like that close or do something close that reminds me of that situation is not going to pay that price early? I'm not gonna let you run the same play on me.
God, let this man preach. Go ahead.
Like think about this, right? Crazy part. In football, you could be watching football. A motherfucker can run one route on somebody, and then the next time they play them, that team has that shit scouted out. That's called proper planning, right? To not be beat by that same play. We tell people that when you've gotten hurt by somebody or something, you need to give someone else another opportunity to do the same thing to you again.
She has to get the fair chance that she got.
But why?
No, I know what to look for this time.
Like
I
this
mean,
look like
anybody. Hopefully, we learn from our mistakes or our decisions in the past. We learn from it. Some people don't learn from it. Some people lean into it. Some people love it because that's the toxic, sick shit that they love. Sorry,
here's the
my
thing.
throat making noise. Hold on.
Here's the sad part about that. The sad part about that is this. You're right. There are a group of people that like it. It happens to be that the weirdest shit in the world is if you're hurt, let somebody else hurt you. It sounds fucking retarded. It's the weird it's the weirdest thing. And then they go, oh, we want you as a human, and that's why I say this as humans. I said humans are naturally trusting at a certain point. Something has to happen, or you have to be taught to be not trusting, right? You see what I'm saying? So, for example, if you're not saying we're all like this, but if you don't trust white people, something had to happen, or someone had to teach you not to trust white people,
Right.
right?
Mm-hmm.
If you don't trust black people, had to be taught, or your experiences have to be there, right? So when it comes down to even this that we're speaking about now, the relationship thing, when you've been hurt, you learned your lesson. That person prior to taught you about people that look just like them, and you would be retarded to go repeat that again.
We do. Some people love it. I told you. I know.
Oh.
One of my friends. He loves a nice little ratchet girl who's living on Section 8. No shade to the people who live like that, but some people gravitate to that shit and they love it there. You
That's
know?
what we were saying earlier. Men need to start dating more of their lane. Like, hate to say it, but they're not gonna date below. So men should stop too. Like, either date where you at or above, bro. Either date somebody you could build with or learn from. All of that dating somebody to put up with this, and that should be played out.
Yeah, I don't, and you know what's funny? I don't think it should even be an age thing either, too, because I think that a lot of times people, oh, well, I'm young, nigga. So you young, you supposed to just get fucked up because you 21, nigga. Like you supposed to just be a crash dummy because you 21, nigga. No,
I love a crash dummy.
like the fuck, no. If you want to tell somebody, baby, look, you know what? My uncle told me about hoes like you, or you can find a nice man. Hey, look, my daddy told me about hoe ass niggas like you. I'm not gonna let you. I'm not gonna let you use my body up physically and then not like that's what I'm saying. Like it's the same shit over and over and over, and then people get like we keep creating these same fucking people, and then what happens is they get upset, or next generation gets the same like this next thing, right? This one young lady said the crazy shit to me. She said, you're a little too old for me. I said, no, babe, I'm grown. There's levels of being grown. I was like, how old are you? Oh, I'm 22. No, baby. See, listen, that level of ignorance that exists within you will tell you that you can't keep up with somebody emotionally or mentally. So you would like to compete with someone who's on your level. That's stupid as fuck, and that's stagnating. Now, granted, it makes more sense because we're talking about compatibility. You might not be emotionally or mentally compatible with somebody that's a little bit older than you. I get it. But the reality is this: the only way for you to grow is to do what? You can't get better at something if things stay easy for you.
Right.
The fuck?
You have to challenge yourself.
Like I've never seen anyone get strong by lifting the same exact weight over and over and over and over and over. Eventually, you got to progressively overload. Sorry. So that person proved to me two things just with that one statement. You're too old for me. Yes, I am too old for you, and you recognize that you're not fit for this ride. Thank you very much for letting me know. But then also that you are not into growing. You do not want to be challenged. You want someone that's going to accept you, giving them the status quo. That's not what you're gonna get over here. You gonna give me everything you got plus some. You wanna know why?
Why?
Because if you don't, somebody else will.
Big fact.
And this current group that we got right now, so fucked up. They taught all the wrong shit earlier than they taught the good shit.
Yeah.
And then they wonder why niggas are saying the shit.
No, the crazy part is we not even like people not even taught the good shit no more. You taught the wrong shit. Then when the wrong shit don't work, you figure out the good shit. Like that's how it's working.
Craziness. I told somebody the other day, I was like, man, look, well, I don't. Why are you so anti-marriage? Because y'all hoes want to get married after y'all been used up. You don't want to get married before then. Like same thing, and ladies, y'all can say the same thing. Y'all niggas want to get married. Y'all hoe niggas want to get married when y'all done being hoes.
No,
Okay,
old and need somebody to take care of you.
fair enough. Fair. I okay, acceptable. That can happen too. But the
I got
reality is
married
this:
at 24, so I ain't in
I got married at 20.
that. So we not in that.
But the reality is this, though. Even in that, though, guess what? The hardest lesson in the world is at 20 years old, trying to be married, trying to be a father, doing all this stuff. Nigga, the hardest lesson in the world is, nigga, she can be the same age or younger than you, but guess what?
What?
Mentally, she might be somewhere totally different.
Of course.
Man, what? No matter how old she is.
The 20, you could be
My
20. My fault. Go ahead, bro.
my least mature person female I dated was the oldest one that I dated. And oh my God. You talk about child tendencies.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all are boring me.
Nah, we boring. You ain't bored, baby. You not bored. You're not bored. You're being told the reality from our. Check this out, right? Check this out, right?
Listen, I am here to listen to the male perspective because none of these things that y'all are talking about have anything to do with me. But I'll listen because I know that, there are a lot of hurt men out here these days. And there's some women that's hurting these men. And unfortunately, a woman like me is the one who has to pay for the fact that this man is injured or wounded emotionally. And not to say to fix him, but to hope to support him in realizing that everyone's not the same. So I'm here to listen for you. I'm here to take in the information and share it with another woman who's willing to listen and understand that men get hurt too.
Hey, can we put an end to that too? Just because somebody don't like something don't mean they hurt, baby. I agree with what you're saying. What you're saying is right. You are right. Men do get hurt. We do get hurt more often. We're talking about a little bit more than we used to. That's reality. But I do think that there's so many people who use that, not you, Christy, but there's other people who use you speaking your mind or your distrust for someone for things that have happened. And they'll be like, oh, so you just hurt who hurt you, bitch. It don't matter who hurt me. You ain't gonna do it.
Right. I mean, well, women carry the stigma too, where men always like, oh, bitches is crazy. Why am I crazy? Because I'm not putting up with your bullshit? Like, that has nothing to do with crazy. That has to do with, like, I have a standard and I've set it. Right. And if you're not meeting that, be it the same thing with a man. If you're dealing with a woman who's not meeting your standard, you have the right to be, I have the right to choose who I want to choose. And if you're not that, you gotta move on.
Yeah, I say that all the time. Like, cause like I say that like when women think that a man want a woman to cook and clean and sexes. I'm like, no, if that's what he wants, that's what he wants. That don't mean that he hate women or feel like women should be in his box. That's what he feel like he needs for his particular life.
Right.
And if you don't want to accept it, just move on. Like,
right.
It don't labels him as a woman hater.
You know what though?
It's like you saying you necessarily want somebody who make this amount of money because you have this plan doesn't necessarily mean you'll go there. Something you're requiring. Now, if you just fucking niggas and getting all the money out of every nigga you can, like that's a different.
Right.
But I hate that.
We're looking at and it's sad. We're looking at a group of people, right? And we're talking about a group of people who don't understand that it doesn't matter how much you put into a situation, right? If you're not getting anything out of it, anything back in return, if you're depositing love, if you're depositing time, and you're not getting any of these type of things back in return, you're wasting your time in that person's, right? Mm-hmm. These group of people believe they should be able to take, while someone else gives. And that's okay. Yeah. So they believe. Now, here's the thing. Here's what's happening.
Applying pressure.
Oh my God, the stupidest fucking statement. Look, back in between 2009 and 2012, that was called being thirsty. If a nigga texts you more than once, he picked up the first time. Y'all really fucked that up for yourselves. The applying pressure crowd. Y'all fucked it up because what happened was this. What was supposed to happen was that nigga that y'all was calling thirsty. Now y'all want that nigga because everybody want to not be thirsty no more. Now everybody want to be, you know, be toxic and rough around the edges. That's what everybody want to be.
It's just stupid to me to sit there and say, "Oh, I want to sit here and keep rejecting you, and I want you to keep trying until I say yeah."
Right, right, ridiculous.
Who comes up with this shit?
It's hard to get. Y'all don't like that? That's not hot?
No, the fuck? No.
To a certain degree, it can be, but to come up with applying pressure, like, and then when you look at the females who use this shit, like, that's what they want.
Yeah, they want somebody
to keep taking you. You want me to take you out on 20 dates so you can keep saying no, and I can keep saying what, or keep saying no for what? Like, that shit dumb.
Let's apply. He didn't apply enough pressure, or someone else.
Yeah. If I didn't do absolutely nothing, but he didn't do enough.
If I'm too much for you, go find less. Oh my, I love that crowd to death. You know why I love that crowd to death? Because they're fucking retarded, okay? Because here's the problem. You being too much for somebody means, bitch, you're doing too much. Male or female when I say bitch.
I agree.
It means you're doing too much. Well, go find someone who's not gonna do too much. Why should I now have to accept you as a fucked up person? Think about this. That's me saying that's me saying I'm fucked up, and no one else had. Everyone, I just deal with it. Or I'm not. No, fuck that. No, change your ways, stupid. It's called maturing. You get better. Things change. You don't stay in the same spot. And like, if you don't take me as I am, you can't. Bitch, shut up. Shut up. If you can't handle me at my worst, you don't deserve me at my best crowd. Shut the fuck up. All y'all trash. Stupid. Fucking stupid. And I'm like, man, you know what? I'm sorry. Hey. I don't talk like this. I'm sorry.
Go. Listen, this is your world. We just live in it. Just go.
No, we can't do that.
Hey, when on the last at the Last Supper, did anybody besides Jesus bring something to the table?
Oh.
I like that. Talk to them niggas. Talk to them niggas, Kush.
That shit right there.
Did anybody besides him bring something to the table?
That was a fucking genius. Just
all right. And when all this happened to him, where was all these people? And if I'm not wrong, the person who betrayed him was also at the table, right?
Mm-hmm.
See, this is what happens when one person brings stuff to the table. You open the door for these types of things.
Yeah.
If both of us are bringing to the table, both of us are a little more concerned about what's going on at the table.
Yeah.
That was a full fucking thought, Kush. Wow. I gotta fucking sit that because that shit was fucking amazing.
This is true. Hey, look,
it just kind of clicked, you know.
Someone has the quote of the day today.
And no, Kush fucking killed it just now.
It says not me. As a somebody has it. It's not me. I don't have the quote of the day. He got that.
Hey, the two of us, like.
Yeah, I mean, I said some little cool shit, but damn, Kush.
Right? Yeah, I did.
I'm just saying. And for the men who don't understand, if she's telling you to apply pressure, she's telling you to trick. And tricking is not giving to a woman. Tricking is giving to a woman who is giving nothing in return.
Facts.
Wow.
Facts.
You shut the two of us the fuck up. Good job, Kush.
Yeah, this is no longer Ivy Knows Best. This is the Supervillain Knows Best show, ladies and gentlemen.
Because that right there is a whole nother show.
Yeah.
There's a whole other show.
Yeah. Hey, you know what though? I think that if you were to say that same thing to a group of people, hypothetically speaking, just another group of people, they would be really flabbergasted by the facts that that's exactly what happened. You know what I mean? You could actually add to that part, like, even one of them denied even knowing him. One of the people who sat at the table with him denied even knowing him. That happened, and then none of them.
And that's some good shit right there.
Yeah. You know what? Damn, Kush, good stuff.
Right? I got nothing. I got nothing. That shit was fucking amazing.
Where the fuck was all this at the beginning of the show, Kush? What was this at the beginning? We could look. We could have been. We could have been on that type of time way before.
Right.
Oh man,
like my mind is just like,
wow. Mind blowing when you really think about it, because you really had to sit back and think about this. Like, damn, that's crazy. That's crazy. You know what that? Listen, whoever gets this episode first, you know what the clip to make. All right, it's not gonna be me. I'm not clipping up nothing no more. All right, listen, I'm not doing nothing no more. No more clips, nothing. Kush, hey, whoever else, Christy, whoever does it, I'm not doing it. It's not even gonna be me. I'm not even here for it. You know what I'm saying? But no, here's what I will say. I do think that it's very important and very imperative that, right, we do think like that. Yeah. We start thinking these things through, man. Like, come on, 2022 is coming up, baby. It's right around the corner, a couple weeks away. Or I'm sorry, by the time the show comes out next week. You know what I'm saying? By the time the show drops next week. Right? But
Happy New Year, niggas.
Yeah, you feel me? All y'all niggas gonna take all that positivity and shit into the new year. Congratulations. I'm happy for y'all niggas. All right. Y'all getting people finding significant others. That's another thing. Look, I've always been this person that says that I don't ever want to be married again. And I still mean that. So now I got that out the way. I just want to make sure that anybody.
Bitch, I'm about to come back to the camera like, what?
Y'all thought this was happening. But that's as of right now, as we speak. We don't know what the future holds. But I think that ultimately it's really hard to fathom being married in today's society. It's just like.
But sometimes we got to stop worrying about society. We got to worry about our shit. Like, I can't live my life worried about everything around me. When I walk in my house, I create this space that I want. It could be chaos out there. And the reason for coming here is this is my peace. This is my sanctuary. So whatever happens here is what is my world. It's what I create. So we can't worry about society. We have to, unfortunately, deal with it and live with it. Mm-hmm. But what happens in here, it's my world. You walk through my door, don't walk in here with your fucking shoes on. I don't care what they do in other people's house, but in this house, we don't keep our shoes on past the door.
Like that.
Because
that's
I say
part of everybody needs focus on you and yours. Raise yours the best. Be good.
That's true. That is true. And you know, allow me to expound. My bad, Chris. What you say?
I'm like, we just can't worry about that. I try not to live like that. It's just, ugh.
You know, here's my thing. I agree with you. I think y'all 100% correct. And just to kind of expound on what I was saying about today's society, the type of woman that's created today is not the kind of woman I want to be married to.
I agree.
I don't want the type of woman that's walking around right now. No offense. I'm not saying there aren't good women out there, but for all the ones that, then y'all know what type I'm talking about. The crowd we used to, the sage burning, manifesting crowd. Like, I don't want that shit. Bitch, get out there and do it. That's that. I want. Where you at? Where's the women out there? And I'm not looking for anybody specifically. I'm just saying, for all the women out there that are out there doing it and not just manifesting it. You had the same dream for a whole year. You just waiting for the next nigga to come along and make it happen. I don't want them. I don't want that woman. I don't want somebody that, think about this, right? That you are someone's plus one in life, right? Imagine you being their next step to whatever evolution they need to get to. You're never going to get the perfect version of that person, right? You never should assume that you want the perfect version of that person. But what's going to happen is this. Generally, most relationships start with we're equals, right? And then eventually there's a separation. One of you is higher than the other one in some way or another. The other person either accepts it and likes it because they're both winning, or they end up detesting it. That's just how it generally goes. All right. So if my woman's above me, I have no problem with her making more money than me. What? Nigga, what? So what? If she has more status and respect, okay, cool. That's fine. That's just who she is. She earned that. If that was happening before I met her, cool. Even if it's happening while I'm with her, that's cool too. But at the same time, there's a lot of people who don't live like that. It's a competition. No, it's a relationship. If I'm doing well, so are you. Why does it need to be anything other than that?
Yeah.
So no, I don't want none of these manifesting ass females. I manifested this book. No shade to B Simone, But I remember she wrote that book about manifesting, and legit, she stole a whole lot of shit in that book, didn't she?
She sure did.
So, you know, and I'm not even knocking her hustle because I don't know.
Remember, a lot of times there's no such thing as an original idea.
Exactly.
You know, everything
Not
is
anymore.
the remix of something else.
And I'm not gonna hate on B Simone. She a Texas female, so God bless her. We got to stick together on that. But I think that, yeah, we got to stop it. That sage burning, manifesting, crystal loving ass. Fuck out of here.
He's stuck on you.
I hate them. They hate me back though. They hate me back. Like they be like, hey, they be like, you know what? Like I got this amethyst crystal. It's gonna keep the bad people away. Bitch, you are the bad people. Like so, like did God just like when did that crystal just like suck out of the badness out of you? Like yeah,
You
like,
are the bad people.
Like straight up, it's like
She
the
more
weird.
than one person.
Yeah, she is the bad people. Like you are people. You know what I mean? Like the fuck, your two personalities. Because you know, a lot of people do have multiple personalities, and they just act like they don't.
I mean, everyone has. So.
I have whenever I get drunk.
I mean, my other personality is who I am at work. At work, I'm like, everyone's like, oh, you seem so scary. I'm like, I'm not. I just have to be from here. When I'm at home,
asshole
I'm
everywhere
not clear.
You know, I'm a sweetheart.
Okay.
I'm the nicest guy in the world.
Hey.
Until you make.
I'm an asshole.
No, I don't believe
Major.
No, he is.
Why?
Major.
that nigga's just like that. He's been like that since
it's well, I don't think I'm an asshole. I'm just like straight and direct, like up front, and a lot of people don't like that. Like if I have a problem with you, I'm gonna say it right here, right now, like type shit. We can either step over there and talk if you don't want to. I'm gonna say it in front of everybody. People don't like that.
I mean, no one wants to be called out in their shit.
Hey.
So.
But you know what though? If you don't want to be called out on your shit, just don't do no shit. That's all I'm saying. Now, granted, I'm gonna do all type of shit though. I'm not even gonna lie. I'm just what I do. Yeah, it's what I am. I think I refuse to change that part of me. What the fuck? Like, for example,
I'm gonna do what the fuck I want to do.
Right. I was recently told I'm not gonna put up with your shit. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. You're gonna stand by me when I do all this type of shit. Yep. You're gonna forgive me and all that. That's all gonna happen. And then guess what's gonna happen after that? We're gonna move on, and I'm not gonna do it again. See, because what has to happen is this. All right. I learned this. Ladies like to test their men to see where their man's at. Right, 24/7. I'm gonna test you back, baby. I'm a testing ass nigga. I'm super testy, actually. My business bitch like, oh, you think I'm not about to cheat on you?
Are you a cape that says testy?
Big, well, don't even put, hey, you feel me? Super testy in this motherfucker. Because what happens is, look, man, look, and look, for anybody out there who's probably like, damn, what the fuck are they talking about? All right, look. What people don't realize is this. A lot of the times when you end up in a relationship, there's going to be a lull, right? This little boring time where nothing's going on. And what'll happen is, gentlemen, we've all experienced this. Your female will pop up because today is Tuesday and she ain't got nothing better to do but to fuck with you. So what she's going to do is she's going to fuck off your Tuesday and act innocent within a couple minutes. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? Like, why are you acting up? Like, oh my God, you did. Then you got to fix it, right? Here's the thing, ladies, your nigga will come in the house and he'll do something just because it's Wednesday. It's Wednesday, and I want to see where the fuck her mental capacity is today. Not knowing you've been dealing with the kids all day. The people at work done pissed you off, and you ain't got time. Mother Nature's around the corner. All type of shit's going on with you, but he doesn't know it because he's not you, right? So when we get these little lulls, that's when people tend to want to do all the fuckery, right? But for whatever reason, the woman's version of fuckery is just like super elevated whenever y'all bored. It's super testy. It's like, what do you call it, Kush? When I don't think there's really anything to call it. It's just really fucking testy. I want to test y'all niggas' metal, see where y'all niggas at. See if he's really that type of nigga for some reason. Like, I want him to put me in my place. Why? Like, I don't like, why do you need to be put in your place? Just be in your place. Why do I need to let me act out of pocket for like 30 seconds, see what this nigga do? Because all right, look, if you just want to, mix it up, you know what I mean? Get to the bedroom, just say that.
I feel like that depends on the type of man. I'm sorry.
Okay, good.
I ignore that shit now though.
I play into it.
I know you do. That's why that's why you have so much energy and such so emotional about it. Because it depends on the person. You like, but the thing is, you like that type of shit, Eric. That's your shit. Look at you. I don't like that type of shit. My boyfriend, he don't like that type of shit. You get on my nerves, nigga, I'm gonna tell you, you're getting on my nerves right now. Or I'm gonna ignore you until I feel like I'm ready to talk about it.
I love
shit dead now.
I love that for two reasons, right? Because I like putting a bitch in a place. Now. Sometimes I'm the bitch. This is real. We all have bitch ass moments. And she might have to put my bitch ass in my place.
Yeah.
But here's the thing about it. Ain't no woman ever got to put me in my place because I'm normally in my motherfucking place. Now I don't get out of pocket that often. So it is what it is. But if I start
drop on your head, you over here talking all that shit.
I swear to God, she could walk through the door right now. She'll tell you I ain't lying to you. She could be calling me right. Hey, walk through the door. Shit. No, he don't really be out of pocket. Like he'll fuck with me and do shit that he know I don't like, only because I want to see what you finna do.
Exactly. That shit is fucking annoying.
Boom. Now that's not me being out of pocket completely. No, because that, like I said, there's a version of y'all shit that's completely out of pocket. It's like, let me act up so I can see what this nigga's on. Me, I'm like, let me do this shit to see what the fuck you gonna do, and then we gonna get back to normal. That's the difference. Y'all just want to see what a nigga reaction is. I want to see what your reaction is, but I want to get back to normal. I don't want to stay in that motherfucking spot. No, I want to act like you crazy and then go have sex and have a good time.
No one wants to be unhappy.
It's probably the same thing, really. Truthfully, now I'm thinking about it.
Right. Thank you. I'm glad that you got through that thought process, because no one wants to be there like that.
Self-reflection. I need to work on myself.
I mean, we all do. You're not alone.
2022. All right, guys. What y'all got planned for the rest of the day?
I am actually gonna go lay back down.
Nah, fuck that. Kush.
Catch some football. That's about it.
Nah, fuck that. Not just playing. Just fuck with y'all. It's good though.
I think I missed Tampa. Did Tampa Bay play already? I don't know. I'm gonna have to see.
I'm not sure. Right now, the Cowboys and Giants playing. That's all I care about right now. So that's me, Cowboys fans.
What are you up to for the rest of the day? Whose nerves are you gonna go get on?
Nobody. Actually, I'm on my business today. Yeah, I'm gonna make some adjustments. Got to do a little bit of cleaning around the crib, whatever the case is, and then probably pick up some Christmas presents last minute.
Do people still shop for Christmas?
I do. You know what I'm saying? Only because I got a lot of children.
Yeah, you do have like 15.
You know what I'm saying? I don't know how the fuck we got there. How we had 11 kids to the 4 I got, but whatever. But here's what we are going.
Hey, that be killing me. Like, what up? 31 with 2, and people be like, all them kids. Like, have you not seen niggas out here? Like, it's niggas with 6 kids and 5 baby mamas.
Thanks.
And they only 20.
Look at NBA Youngboy. NBA Youngboy got so many kids. That nigga like 22, ain't 21, 22. Like, the fuck wrong with that nigga? Like, something's wrong with people. I hate when people say that type of shit. Like, you got 90 kids. Okay. All right. Now, Christy, you can say that because you're my people. It's all good. But
I was able to hold myself down to that one for a really long time. And I stood strong on that.
Hey, and that takes a powerful woman to do that.
I am strong on this too. Strong.
Oh, listen, you're young.
No.
When you marry a nice like lady in her mid-40s. Because if you find someone your age, that bitch trying to get pregnant.
Hey, real rap. Hey, I'll be honest with you. Look,
not if she's to work.
I think.
Ding, ding, ding.
Not if she's what?
Addicted to work. Not when career is everything.
you ain't about to take me out the game.
I love it.
You're not taking me out the game for 40 weeks fucking with you. I still gotta go to work. Hey, now I'm a firm believer in this though. This is just me. True, real spill. I plan on like probably having one more child.
Probably just one. I'm 1 of 5. That's a good number.
I'm gonna have one more. Just one more. Then I'm done.
I mean,
I'm John
but,
Cena if I have another one.
you can always just take the whole thing and just go get a little snip, and she'll never know.
Hey, big facts. It ain't never been my child. None of these kids mine. No, I wouldn't do that though. I wouldn't do that.
I think men have the
I
right
wouldn't
to
do it for real, but I think heavily on it.
Yeah, I'll probably do
You
one
think,
more.
man, what?
They have the right to choose if they want another kid. You should go get it. If you don't want no more kids, handle it.
Oh,
That's kind of a. I kind of was having that conversation last night,
listen,
but in the sense of, yeah.
hold on. Kush, I'm gonna let you finish that. Go ahead, finish that first, and then I'm gonna say what I have to say. Go ahead.
So the conversation last night was about abortion, and we were staying on the line, right? And she was saying that the man shouldn't have a say so, it's her body, this and that. And I was like, okay, you're right? But if it's two consenting adults, right? And the man wants the baby, right? Let's say the man wants the baby, the woman doesn't. She do what she do. She walks away from the situation, nothing. If it was the other way around though, right? If he decides I don't want nothing to do with this, that's your baby, and she want to keep it, he is still somehow gonna be responsible for the next 18 years. So it's kind of like a fine line of saying, "Oh, it's my body and my baby," and but that's only in the situation that you both people do know who the parents are.
Yeah, it's not a more perfect situation.
Right.
Yeah, yeah.
we ain't got 15
But
niggas lined up to see who the father is.
yeah, so we was kind of having that discussion last night. That's kind of weird.
Yeah, you know, look, because this is loaded. Oh, by the way, the Saints didn't play Tampa and the Saints play 8:20 tonight, 8:20 Eastern. But no, it's loaded. It's loaded, and it's hard for me to talk about it in one episode because you're right. As a man, you really don't have a right to say when you become a father. You really don't. As soon as it leaves your body and enters her body, Playboy, that is not for you to say anymore. It's a wrap for you. As soon as you skeeting her, as soon as that happens, it's over for you.
My nerves.
It's over for you, bro. As soon as you do what you do, it's over, bro. It's a wrap.
That's to back out, but you wanted to dump right there.
Here's my thing. We both know. Look,
we both know. See, I hate that. Both people are aware of what's going on.
You chose to dump there.
I know for a fact that it's very predictable, that y'all can predict it.
No.
That you know when it's coming. I know. If it,
you have a vagina.
If it's in if it's in your face, you know certain movements, certain feelings, certain sounds that I'm making, and you get the fuck out of Dodge if you're not that type.
Facts. Facts. If you hear me go, you know what it is.
So when you chose to dump there, you know what it is.
Now, all right. Now listen. Watch
my
this.
My choice is that I'm here. I'm allowing you to fuck me raw. That's where my responsibility comes. But you know when you about to go.
And once you do that, once you decide to let him fuck raw, you made the decision. That's my opinion. That's just me.
Yeah, because all right, check this
just
out.
Like
right?
Just like if a nigga decides I'm gonna fuck raw, he's already made up in his mind that this may be his baby mama one day.
Right. But you know, and I say this all the time. Look, when your piece get hard, bro, you stop thinking straight anyway. That's just that we're not thinking straight when that shit happen. When that motherfucker go, there is no thought pattern. You could be I'll make a peanut butter and jelly sandwich if you want me to with this motherfucker. Tell me what you want me to do. That's just what it is. When y'all get wet, y'all can think about everything else. Like, damn, do I look cute? Is this? I don't worry about how cute. I look like a damn wildebeest. All right, I look like oh, can somebody please get that gorilla off that baby seal? That's what it looks like. Looks ridiculous. Looks like an assault.
The whole thing is not, the whole process is not attractive, but we love it.
Right.
And
So check this out. Inside of
decisions to be there in one way, shape, or another. I decided to lay down and let you fucking raw. You need to know that if you feel that thing about to explode, back that car out.
Hey, listen. That don't always work because I try to back out my sons here. Because sometimes your timing is off. You be like, hey, all right, I can get like 2 more off. I can back the car out the driveway. You cannot back the car out the driveway quicker than you get that last pump. You can't. You just got to sacrifice that last pump and just go from there. But to be honest with you, it's so much more fun to just inside. That's it. It's better. It's better that way. You know what I mean? Like, there's no reason to. Yeah, it's for you. Yeah.
Let's run the risk. Like, are we pregnant? What just happened, right?
Hey, I'm not gonna lie to you. Listen, I don't know about that, Kristen.
Right.
Oh no, wait a minute. I don't know about that.
That's rad.
Hey, that is true though. People do play that game. But I mean, to be real with you,
I'm not responsible. For me, I made sure that my birth control was on point because I am not having no other nigga baby until you make me your wife. That's just a choice that I made. There are a lot of women who are not that responsible about their sexuality and making sure that they don't become a mom or just have a fuck nigga baby and then busy blaming this nigga ain't shit. Bitch, you ain't shit because you let that nigga fuck you that way. And you did not think about making sure that you didn't get pregnant for this nigga.
Hey, what did I say on the show? I said, if you want to know what a woman or a man is like, don't ask them. Ask their baby mama or their baby daddy. Because who they were to them is who they really are.
Yeah.
Who they are to you is just to keep you in the game. If you really want to know what kind of person I am, go ask my ex-wife. Go ahead. If you want to know who she is, ask me. I'll tell you.
Ask my son's father. I'm the best thing in the world.
Well, that's because you're the mother of his children, so he has to say nice things about
trust you. Me. You ask about other 8 women.
Well, then
right. If you ask him about the other 8 women, he called me this morning at fucking 4 o'clock in the morning.
That's a different type.
Are you dying? What the fuck do you want?
He a different type. He a different type of nigga, bro. He a different type of nigga if he got 8 baby mamas or 9 baby mamas. God damn.
Very nasty.
You know what I'm saying? So I mean, I wish him all the best. You know
I
what
wish
I'm saying?
him nothing.
Me too, because I'm done.
So you wish him nothing, bro?
Did
you just say you wish him nothing?
Nothing.
No, I wish him the best with his 8 baby mamas because I'm done.
Bro, I don't even want to even have none of that.
I don't know how many women on planet Earth, but those 2 are lucky. No more getting any more kids from me.
I'm not even gonna lie to you. I don't even want like all right. So look, I'm at the point where I've understood I'm gonna have 2 women to have my children, right? Eventually in life, because I do want one more child, right? So I'm cool with the understanding there's gonna be 2 of them. Now, what I'm not cool with is figuring out how the hell I'm gonna get them to get along.
I mean, they don't need to.
What the fuck? That's crazy. That is crazy as hell.
The children need to get along.
No, the kids.
The women need to have mutual respect for each other. They don't need to be friends. They don't need to get along.
No, they better get along.
They don't need to. For what?
They better get along. I'm gonna tell you why I need them to get along. Because here's my thing. Eventually, if something happened to me, I need my children to still be cool with each other.
That's respect, not get along.
Well, I think it makes respect a lot easier when you get along. I don't think that either one of them would need to be best friends or best pals. No, but I do think that you should be able to at least get along with each other and like each other and be cordial and respectful to each other. Because if I'm gone, my children will only have you two, and you two both need to be able to make sure that my children stay as close as I would have wanted them to be.
I'm with that, Eric, but this is the problem with that. Women are addicted to chaos.
Facts.
They're addicted to chaos.
Facts. I agree with this. I agree.
If a woman, see, even I say this even in dating, when men and women date, a woman comes in looking for what's wrong. A man comes in looking for like what you got. Like he's making his list as he's getting to know you. Like, okay, she got this, she got this. The woman comes in, oh, he don't got this, he don't got this. It's
You fall off a list real quick.
That is not a true statement. Sorry.
Go ahead,
That is
Chris.
not a
Go ahead,
true
Chris.
statement.
Rebut it, Chris. Go ahead, do your thing.
A woman is not coming in thinking about what he don't got, what she's thinking about, if you're thinking that way, is she's thinking about her previous experience. He's not like this. She's thinking about the emotional stuff. She's not thinking about, yes, there are a lot of women who's thinking about, oh, he don't got a car, he don't. Yeah, but if a woman who's really trying to build a relationship, she's not coming in here worrying about what you don't got. So that's the least of her worries.
So
because
she's not.
if she's thinking like future with you, she's thinking about, is he someone I can grow with? Is he someone I could build something with? She's not thinking about what he don't have. I don't give a fuck. If I don't have it, I think that you should have it.
But can we agree that having things or having the things necessary for that person's wants does play a large part in how women select?
Of course, because some women are here for the materials.
Right.
But not every woman is there for the materials. Unfortunately, a lot of men come across the women who want the materials. And they want a already self-made man, or a man who's already like positioned a certain type of way, because they don't know if like, say, I don't know how much I can grow. If I don't think that I'm bigger than what I'm looking for. For me, I know that I have potential for a lot of things. I'm not looking for a man who doesn't have the same potential. And that comes down to, again, choice. I can't keep on dating the same man. I can't date a man who is like my ex, because that shows that I'm not growing. Right. I have to keep on looking for more than that. I don't want a man who he loved the street and he up at 4:00 in the morning just for fun. Nigga, you better go to sleep so you go get up and go get to work in the morning.
I have a question.
Up doing is making money.
So as a man, right, is he allowed to make absolutely no money and have absolutely nothing to his name? To fuck with you. Okay, now watch this. On the opposite side, there's a lot of women that come in just like that.
Of course.
The only thing they come in with is children.
And they leave out rich like
but
that.
Why would that man choose that woman?
Because we're taught that we're supposed to be able to take on a woman at any given point of her life, or no matter where she is, and we need to accept her and her children and her choices. But women are not taught the same things at times. I'm not saying all, but a large selection of women are not taught that. If he has no job, if he has no benefits, if he can't take care of his own children or children in period, don't be around him. If you don't want, because you can want the woman but not want her kids. That can happen. But the reality of the situation is people don't allow that to be the thing. They won't allow it. They won't allow you as a man to be like, I don't want this child that don't belong to me. You can't even tell her that. You can want to tell her that all you want, but you can't even say it.
That's his right.
But how many women would deal with a man that's like that?
Would deal with a man who don't want their kids?
Yeah, don't want them or their child.
That's her choice. Everything is choices. Why would I do it? Like, if I know that I have a kid, there's certain conversations that we should be having when you're dating. And that should be one of them. I have a child, is that okay with you? Some men are just like, I don't want to date anyone with a kid. Crazy, because I got a kid. That if he's about what he's talking about, that's going to be it for him. But if he wants to look past that, good job, sir, because I'm bigger than just being a baby mama.
Right, but if I only want a relationship with you, but I don't want your child, the answer is no for you.
Yeah, the package.
Bingo. Right. So watch this. Watch this. That being a package for you is the story for a lot of women. But the difference between you and a lot of other women is you have things. There's a lot of women who have nothing but a package deal.
Right.
All they have is ass, titties, a cute face, a nice little body on them, and a child. Right. That's it. They live at home with their mom and their daddy.
Right. But why are you choosing that woman?
Because like I said, as a man, you're taught that you can take on this kind of woman. That's the teachings. You bring a woman who looks good, because the look is all she needs to bring to be successful. And that's a reality base. And I agree. Men, we should be selecting better women now. Like Kush said earlier, that is something that is changing. I'm starting to see men change from just buying, hey, look, let me go ahead and buy the farm on this thing that got kids and shit like that. No, baby, if you got 2-3 kids and you know you ain't really doing me you ain't doing me no good. You can go somewhere. You're not doing me nothing. Like what favor are you doing me like that? Mm-hmm. What am I gaining from bringing you in with your child? What am I getting from you?
Nothing. Pussy.
That's it. But a lot of women get upset about the idea of what do you bring to the table because it's asking them to confront what their lack is. But it also sometimes it gives fuck niggas the ability to use that as an excuse.
Big time.
But what happens is a lot of the times there's men who are asking that question genuinely because at the end of the day, they're starting to see I don't have or you don't have the things necessary to keep me happy. And I'm asking you to come confront that.
Yeah.
Confront that as a reality and confront that within yourself and then come back to the table. Doesn't mean that you don't have anything to offer me for life. It just means that as of today, as we're speaking, you're just not what I'm looking for. Mm-hmm. But hey, whatever. What do I know other than best? Because that's what the name of the show is. Other than that, look, guys, it's been great. We need to do this again, but not before 2022. So for all of you people out there watching, Happy New Year, Merry Christmas, the whole 9, right? We may or may not be back for a little 30-minute special here and there just to check in on y'all monkey asses or whatever. Make sure y'all ain't out here violating the law or getting too bored out there. So other than that, for all your people here at Ivy Knows Best, we have the supervillain and Miss Christy. We're all signing out saying peace and happy holidays to y'all.